ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారం. In this video, let us examine the statement of a master that the truth is paradoxical. Now, let us examine. See, we go to a movie or movies, or we see some kind of dramas being enacted by different people and all that. So, similarly, we also listen to the music, classical music or ordinary music which entertains us and all that. So, we listen, and when the singer involves themselves in that singing, we really derive joy out of that melodious music and singing. So, similarly, when an actor involves in his acting, we derive joy by seeing his performance. So, the point which I am trying to lead is, see, an actor, after immense practice of dialogues, gestures and all that, whatever to the role assigned to him, so he tries to impress the audience with all his might, putting all his efforts to win over the audience and to do his best in performance of that role. Similarly, when you listen to a melodious music and singing. Now, when they indulge in that immense practices and come out with the result which they have kept in view while performing that kind of practice and role, see, will that role played by the actor does have any effect on his being? See, he tells, suppose he performs the role of a social reformer. He does exceedingly well, but does it have that playing of that role and his performance and all that, does it have any effect on his being? It doesn't have any effect. So, whatever he said in performance of that role is limited only to that role, and he is fully aware that he is performing the role. He is not that role itself. So, it doesn't have any effect on him. But for the audience, it does have effect, and they think it is real. And the actor who has performed that role does have all that qualities and traits in his being. So, though occasionally they come to realize that he is only an actor, performed the role, but when he is seeing that performance of that role, and when they listen to that singing, they, the audience does involve, and they carry a kind of feeling that it is real. Now, this is called doctrine. This is called philosophy. It is like this: a blind man writes a thesis on light, gives a beautiful lecture on the light, on the information which he has gathered and heard from various sources, and he delivers a beautiful lecture on the light. But he has not had any experience of the light. He has not seen the light at all, but he gives a beautiful lecture on the light. So, based on the information, the mind works out and evolves a kind of a philosophy called doctrine, and that sounds to be very, very logical, because whatever he speaks about the light is 100% true to others, but not to him, because he doesn't have any experience of seeing the light. For others, it may appear to be very, very true, but that talk will not have any effect on the audience inner beings, and does not bring any kind of transformation in them. That becomes a part of their knowledge. Whatever he has delivered, that becomes a part of their knowledge. And knowledge does not bring any kind of transformation in in the life of the people who heard it, and in the life of the man who has delivered that lecture. So, a doctrine is a philosophical, a doctrine is logical, it's a logical statement, but the reality is entirely on the other shore of our perception. See, truth is beyond our perception, because you see, there is light. You go on discussing about only the light, but there is also darkness. So, darkness is very much real. See, you see a wife and husband, and when you see their relationship, when you watch closely their relationship and how they behave in a day, very intimately, if you can observe, at times they love each other, at times they criticize each other. So, You come to a conclusion depending on the proportion of their love and hate. You come to a conclusion that marriage will not work for a peaceful life. So, this is the kind of impression you get it based on what you have observed in their relationship. So, but the point is they love each other, they hate each other. So, love and hate, when you see the whole in their relationship at a, I mean to say, at a bird's eye point of view, when you see it, both love, above the love and hate, beyond love and hate, you see that the martial relationship involves both love and hate as day and night, as light and darkness. This is the truth of the martial relationship, and for that matter, any kind of a relationship in the world. Both exists, but when they see that you are observing, their behavior is entirely different. Only they exhibit the part of loving each other, but when they are alone, then the other part also comes into picture. So what you see, for some people, they see only that positive part when they are loving, and they draw their own conclusions and all that. But when it comes to reality, both are there. Love and hate, both are there. So, but why I am telling this is, either love or hate is not consistent. The states change, the state of their behavior changes, and it is the reality. One cannot be in the mood of that love always. One cannot be in the mood of that, the state of that hate always. When he is in that state, he wants the other. He will switch over to other. So, this is the reality of life. This is the truth of life. So, truth is paradoxical. That's why the master said it is paradoxical. So, truth, when you observe the reality, you come to know yourself. Then, who the man, a human being who has realized the essential nature of the reality, when he declares, when he makes a statement, when he speaks a sentence, that becomes a scripture, because he has seen it, he has lived it, he has encountered the truth. So, then whatever the statement he makes, or whatever revelation he has realized, then it becomes a Siddhanta. So, Buddha's the other name is Siddhartha, means he has realized the truth. He has seen the reality of the life. So, when one is at that state of this thing, state, that is called Siddhi, Siddha, Siddhanta, whatever he pronounces. So, doctrine is philosophical and Siddhanta is real. So, when you encounter the truth, then you become peaceful, you become godly, you realize your own godliness, and you continue to be in that state which cannot be disturbed by any kind of other doctrines. So, that is the difference between a doctrine and a Siddhanta. That is why we have to listen only to the revelations of the masters, not the teachers. When you listen to a teacher, then we will be developing in a doctrine, but not in the, we are not nearing to the reality anymore. So, that kind of life is an authentic life. So, truth is paradoxical. Thank you.